Alright.
No more interruptions.
Louis Spellman, buddy, so.
Yeah, so you can't be down here talking.
I'll go back. My friend. Helmet, skates.
Go lay down now. Now. When I start talking, I don't want to have to stop. Because if somebody's talking to me or something...
He's going upstairs here now.
Welcome to part 1 of my custom Kossel Delta printer build. It's been 2 months now since I purchased my DIY Kossel Mini. I've printed quite a few items since I built that printer, and I decided to myself that scratch. Welcome to part 1 of my custom Delta printer build. It's been 2 months since I purchased my DIY Kossel Mini. I purchased that on AliExpress. It took me roughly 6 hours to assemble, and since then, since I worked out all the bugs, I've printed quite a few items on it. Unfortunately, the build area is only a 160 millimeter diameter, and I really wanted something bigger. I'm happy with the printer, no complaints, especially for the price. But I decided since then, since it was really quite easy to assemble and the parts were not that difficult to locate, to take it upon myself to build a bigger version of that printer. So in the last few days, I've printed all the parts you see before you on my Kossel Mini. My frame pieces, the 3 large, 3 small, custom carriage assembly, self-locking front, and on the back I have 3 extensions where I'm going to use shower pulley wheels, 22 millimeter shower pulley wheels, which I have on order. We have end stop pieces, but I didn't like these. This is what my original comes with. Instead, what I did is I took the end stop and I merged it with a wire covering bracket that you can download off Thingiverse, and merged the two together, and I really like this a lot better than just the little bracket itself, because it doesn't twist, it doesn't wobble, it just stays on there. So when I loosen the screw, I can fine tune this much better than something like this if I loosen the screw and it fell off or whatnot. So I have 3 of these printed, and they will be replacing these 3 items. I have my effector end piece printed, as well as custom shroud, also downloaded from Thingiverse. All these parts except this carriage piece can be found on Thingiverse. So my shroud here is, I have a generic E3D V6 coming. I have 2 of them actually coming, so we're going to see how they work out, and that's what this little shroud is meant for. We have the 2 side pieces that can take a 30 millimeter fan that blow directly on the filament that's coming out, as well as 1 30 millimeter fan attachment for cooling off your heatsink. So that's for my effector assembly. Very simple setup for the Bowden extruder, just 2 pieces. Once I get the stepper motor in, I already have spare MK8 drive gears, and bearings. So just a simple setup. Works good. It works. It's what's on my Kossel Mini now. So it works pretty good. We have 6 glass plate holders that'll hold the glass bed in place. Yet to be purchased. I'm going to have to get a custom size cut for what I plan on building, the size I plan on building. And I found these, designed for these on Thingiverse as well. These are small feet that dampen the sound and vibrations of the printer. We're going to test them out on the Kossel Mini to see how they go first before I consider putting them on the big one. Now, I found a seller on AliExpress that provides 2020 extrusion at a reasonable price. This was $1.74 a meter. For the build I want to design, my extrusion is going to be 1 meter long, or my extrusion is going to be 1 meter long, as you can see on the screen, 39.5 inches. And my triangle pieces are going to be 450 mil long. So a fairly substantial increase in size as compared to the Kossel Mini that I have now, where my horizontal beams were 680 and my vertical beams were I believe 250, giving me a build area of 160 to 170 millimeters with about 315 millimeter height. With this one, I should have a diameter of probably around 350 millimeters for my build area and a 450 millimeter build height. So this extrusion was purchased in 1 meter lengths. I purchased 8 of them, which allowed me to cut 9 pieces to length, 450 millimeter for my vertical pieces, and keep 3 at the 1 meter length for the height. We also have some end caps for the top here, downloaded from Thingiverse, that we will install on the top to give it a nice finished look, and it has a space for the adjustment screw as well as a washer to slide into. So that'll give that a nice finished look. It'll be on the top, however, not on a vertical piece. I do have yet to order the electronics, the boards, and the motors. Everything else, however, is on order, on its way. For the moment, what I have here are my printed parts and my extrusion, which I am now going to take a look at assembling. I had a bunch of spare screws, 6/32 screws, nuts, and washers lying around, so to cut down on my build cost, I'm going to use as much of what I have lying around as I can for fasteners. If it gets to a point where I don't have it, then I'll purchase it or order it. This would be a lot handier if I did have the hex head screws, but I do not have any of those on hand extra lying around. So we'll have to make do with this and see how it works. power supply home, clean it out. If it works, I'll just edit out the sound on this. If it works, it'll be my power supply for the new printer.
Is that what you were taking into the shop chair when you got
Yeah,
home?
blowing it out.
Okay.
It's powerful enough that it'll heat a heated bed. It'll save me like $40 to buy a power supply for one.
Okay.
Or wherever I can save, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey! Can you go to my office and get me my needle nose pliers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need them. I didn't realize it till now.
Anything else?
No, just those. And actually, in that hall there should be a screwdriver. One that you can take the bit out of. I don't know if it's on that old dryer or... I'll need that too. And there's a little star screwdriver on my desk, a little tiny one. I think I hear Lily on the door. Not sure. Yeah, I can't use that. Got Lily on the door.
Yeah.
Probably want a treat if you want to give them something.
Hello, John.
Banana cookie. She'll eat a banana cookie.
Crazy over my boots. They're in there losing their mind. Wouldn't take the banana cookie or anything.
No. Oh no, my needle nose pliers. Those are wire cutters.
It's the only pliers that are on
Oh,
there. Dude.
there's needle nose pliers in there.
Got him.
This thing's still recording. What's that sound?
Garrett, stop it.
What are you doing? I'm telling you now to stop it, not your mother. Did you bring your minion to work with you? Your glow in the dark one that you said you were going to do?
Yeah, it's in my purse. I never take it out of my purse.
No.
No, it stays with me.
Did you show them?
Yep.
I thought you wanted to take something else with you.
Yeah, I didn't because
Really trying to get out. You can give Molly the rest of that stuff.
Are you trying to get me eaten?
What?
Are you trying to have me eaten?
Abby had more than enough.
Molly, come finish your supper. Molly. Molly,
Molly!
come here. Abby, stay.
Molly.
Come finish your supper, Molly. Go lay down. Louie,
We'll see
go
what
lay down.
We'll see what happens. Go eat, Molly.
Eat up.
Her gut should be bursting, Abby. She should have no need to eat anymore.
Oh, she's in investigating the kennel now.
Yeah, she's gotta take the bone.
Yep, she did too.
I think Molly got everything off it worth getting off it. A lot of little screws.
How long do you think it'll take you to...
I can't build this printer right now. I don't have half the stuff for it.
No, that's what I mean.
I don't have any electronics.
No, I know. I just mean, like, do you think you'll have your own one that you build yourself in a year from now, or?
Probably by the end of the spring.
End of when?
This spring.
That's cool.
The most expensive thing left to buy are the motors. They're like $13, $14 US a pop. I need 4.
Well, how about for, like, Christmas and your birthday? Give you money and you can put it towards that.
I thought for my birthday you're just going to help me with my vehicle.
That's right, and I realized everything I said there didn't make sense. Because if you're finishing it by the end of spring, a Christmas present isn't going to be a fuck of a lot of good. Unless I'm buying it for you extremely early. Which you could do, but...
And I got to figure out what I'm going to do for a glass bed. I can't buy one this size, it's going to be custom. The biggest, there's a heating bed I can get online that's 300 mil. I might be able to make do with that. My 2020 extrusion arrived today. I'm really going to change the blade on this knife. Wouldn't cut butter. So I ordered this on AliExpress. Came to $73 US for 8 meters. That included UPS shipping. Look at that. It's packaged quite well. Really nice. Anodized finish. So frame assembly is complete. I'll probably end up replacing most of the screws I have in there with standard hex head when I get those in. But for now, just to get an idea, now this thing is huge. Those need to be tightened. My cap's in place, my adjustment screws are in, and they function.